Melissa, while the province at this point is offering its permission and the framework for phase one of this reopening, it's up to everyone else to be able to execute that, and that includes the City of Toronto as well. They have to be ready for this and for every other phase moving forward. Many of the places cleared for reopening fall under the purview of the city, including some of those golf courses along with dog parks. Much like any other business, it's about being prepared, and Mayor John Tory says they should be ready.
We're talking every day about things we can open up, the opening of the off-leash dog parks, which in this case we're ready to open. We have a plan, and we're waiting on the province now as an example of something that we're ready to do. And I can assure you that our Parks, Forestry and Recreation Department, every time there has been any kind of lifting of restrictions by the province, has been ready to move quickly with a plan. Golf courses being another example. They announced it today. Our golf courses will be open on Saturday.
Meanwhile, more details from the city on its active TO plan announced last week to help people get outside safely. 57 kilometers of quiet streets will be installed across the city, essentially closing neighborhood streets to local traffic only. Signage, temporary barricades are being put in place at intersections so the roadway can be shared by pedestrians and cyclists as well.
These spaces are important as we move from people staying home as much as possible to more people going outside in the better weather, people supporting reopened businesses, and quite a few people returning to work as time goes by. Active TO is about making sure people have the space to get outside, have the space to get around while respecting physical distancing, and when it comes to the larger bike lane projects, that we also have a safety valve when it comes to the TTC.
Here are your new numbers for Toronto today. There are 153 new COVID-19 cases in Toronto. That brings the number to over 8,000 now. 5,851 have recovered. That's an increase of 196 since last reported. And sadly, there have now been 648 deaths. Mayor John Tory took some time as well today, saying moving forward from this point, the province has to be very careful when it gets to the point for phase two with more risks involved, and says the city is much, much different from the rest of the province and there has to be certain things put in place to protect the city. Now, really quickly before we go, I need to acknowledge this banner over my shoulder, brand new at City Hall today, being put up in the foyer from a group called Hearts for Helpers to recognize, of course, the frontline workers in our city and across the province.